Tory Lanez recently, on last Friday, he dropped an album in response to the whole Meg Thee Stallion shooting situation. He didn't make a IG live response. He didn't do an interview. He has no public speaking engagements about the shooting incident. He just dropped the album. And I listened to the entire album. I listened to him plead his case throughout the entire album. And for me, throughout the album being released, throughout the weekend, throughout the preceding days, we've seen emails drop, fraudulent emails from his camp, from Tory's camp, fraudulent text messages from Meg's camp. And when I mean camp, I really mean like the record label, like Rock Nation is Meg's camp. And you know, certain people, not a gang people speaking for Tory Lanez, a bunch of fake ass accounts also speaking for Tory Lanez, creating false stories. There's a bunch of bullshit clouding the entire situation, a bunch of fake facts, a bunch of fake emails, a bunch of fake text messages, a bunch of fake accounts of the story. It's like there's a lot of bullshit and not a lot of real facts surrounding the situation. There's a lot of he said, she said. We waited for Tory to tell his story now. Tory finally spoke up, told his side of the story, although it was, you know, in raps, so it's like you're disseminating your message through bars, and people are listening to your emotion and your feelings through the records. That's why when the record came out, a lot of people on my social media instantly said, "Oh, Tory didn't do it. Tory didn't do it. Tory didn't do it." As soon as the record felt, well, they're probably feeling the music and then fucking with the music. If you don't get that bullshit, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Going into this situation, I was clearly biased. Well, it wasn't clear. But in my mind, I was biased for Tory Lanez because I'm a Tory Lanez fan. I listen to a lot of Tory Lanez music. Not really a big Meg Thee Stallion fan. I'm going to keep it a bean. I don't really listen to her music like that. So I had all the biased reason in the world to believe that Tory didn't do it because I'm like, I don't want him to do it. I didn't want it to be true. And initially, the surrounding facts came out where it was like, Meg didn't say anything about the situation. Tory didn't say anything about the situation. And the world was left to believe whatever they wanted to believe. There was all sorts of fraudulent stories going on. I did not believe from the stories that I heard that Tory could have possibly did it. It made no sense. Then Meg came and made her statement, very emotional statement on IG Live, saying that she was defending him and X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah. And then she said that he did it. And then everyone's like, oh, shit, he did it. In my mind, I'm like, yo, if he actually did it, because I'm not going to gaslight her and say that she's lying, but if he actually did it, he's a bitch-ass nigga that I had to cancel. I said that in past clips, and there's past videos and clips of me saying stuff like this. And I'm like, yo, if you didn't do it, why would you stay quiet? Why would you not deny it? I know people are like, oh, yeah, any type of court proceedings, any type of criminal charges you have, it's not in your best interest to speak publicly about it, even if it is a denial, in which Tory said in the album that his lawyers and his people were saying to be quiet about it will do nothing good for the case. And after listening to both of them speak their sides, Meg saying that he did it, him saying that he didn't, by saying, yo, I didn't do what they're saying I did. In the music, he's saying that if she got shot, how come none of the bones or ligaments or anything was affected? And there's just a whole bunch of shit. And from what I gather, no one's being straight, no one's being forward, no one's telling the story, no one's chronicalizing the story in chronological order. No one's saying this is what led up to this and this is what happened. The stories are both fuzzy and hazy from both sides. There's no clear recollection of what actually happened. Tory said he didn't do it, but he didn't say how she got shot and who did it. She saying that he did it and he was shot in the foot, but there was nothing leading up to there's no information leading up to the proceedings. No accountability on her part for the arguments that were said to have happened. None of because there's this looming story that's really kind of seeming like it is partially true, and about her having feelings about him being having a crush on Kylie Jenner and him speaking about that in the music, and that story has been heard way before any of them came out and said who shot who. So there's it seems like a lot of the public believe there was some sort of true conflict of him, Kylie, and Tory, Kylie, and Meg in the situation. There was some sort of jealousy and some sort of situation with that. The only thing that we can say for fact actually happened was she was indeed shot. The medical reports came out, and when people look at the pictures, like, well, it doesn't look like a gunshot wound. When I looked at that pictures and I brought it up on my podcast, I'm like, it does look like the aftermath of a gunshot wound, as in like the fragments, bullet fragments. I didn't see the actual bullet hole that would have went and carried the actual bullet through her foot, because I didn't see that in the pictures. I'm gonna be honest, but it did look like bullet fragments were, in her foot, the way it was shattered open, and the way how they were stitching it up. Because I've seen shit like that happen from people that got hit with the buck, like, the shit from a shotgun, but not actually hit with the shells. Yeah, I've seen shit like that before. That's basically what I was trying to say in that last video. Even if it wasn't a direct bullet hole in her foot. The medical records confirm that. I don't even, what happened to, doctor-patient confidentiality, but whatever. The medical records have been, the hospital confirmed that she was indeed shot in her foot. Tory Lanez was indeed arrested for firearm possession. Those are the only two facts in the case. He was not charged with discharge. He was not charged for aggravated assault. He was not charged for shooting her. He was not charged for anything pertaining to shooting her. But she was shot, and he was charged for the gun. So as far as the case goes, as far as canceling Tory, because this is the problem. A lot of people are now trying to cancel Meg because they believe Tory. And it's just like anybody that was charged or accused for rape. It goes into that type of accusation for me, for most people, what people think. If the girl, in fact, lied about the guy raping her, then we're looking at the girl sideways, like, get the fuck out of here, we're canceling you. But if the guy indeed raped her, it's like, nigga, get the fuck out of here, you're canceled. So that's the way I'm kind of looking at it when it comes to Tory. If he shot her, it's like most people are going to cancel him and be like, get the fuck out of here, you bitch ass nigga. If she lied about being shot by him and not really fully remembering it, because pretty much we both know that they were both drunk. I mean, we all know that they were both drunk, Tory and Meg. Everybody was like drunk in the situation except the driver. So it's like, if their memories are a little hazy and that's why there's no real account of the story from each side, it's because they were indeed drunk. So people would cancel Meg if she was capping, if she's lying, if she's just saying that he got shot, because you're trying to cancel someone's career and ruin their life by making the public believe that, they're a domestic abuser, they're a shooter of women, they're just a piece of crap, all this type of shit. So it's like, both of them will get canceled if you believe the opposing story from both sides. People will try to cancel Meg, people will try to cancel Tory. I'm not a huge proponent of cancel culture. I don't really like canceling people. I don't like the whole culture behind canceling. I can't bring myself to fucking with certain people that did such egregious acts, though. Like 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine's a snitch. I will never fuck with 6ix9ine or listen to 6ix9ine's music or support him. I just don't. It's not in my moral compass to support someone that has zero integrity and that's such a fraud and a snitch. So I won't do that. That's not me canceling them. That's not me advocating for people to cancel them. That's a personal decision that I make. At this moment, I can't cancel Meg, nor can I cancel Tory, because I don't believe shit. At this point, I'm not going to say she's a liar. She's clearly got shot. I don't know if she fully recalls the recollection or she's leaving certain things out because she doesn't want to be held accountable or viewed as, she deserves anything. I'm not getting into that. And Tory, I'm not, like, for me, it's like, I listen to Tory's music. I'm a fan of Tory. I can't cancel him and be like, this is egregious acts that I can't support, because I don't know, in fact, if he shot her or not. That's where I'm at with this point. I'm back to square one. I'm back to the beginning. I don't know what to believe. There hasn't been enough facts brought in. There's a lot of perspective and a lot of story. This is my side. This is your side. So I'm at the point where I'm like, fuck it. Fuck popular opinion. Fuck people saying, protect black women, all this bullshit that goes on Twitter. Of course, we believe protect black women. But a lot of these bitter feminist weirdos are going in and trying to divide the black people in general when we're supposed to be focusing on justice for Breonna Taylor and other black people shot with the whole Black Lives Matter movement. We need to be focused on that instead of being divisive, which way you want to pronounce it, over celebrities that people aren't really going to cancel anyway because their followings haven't dropped a bit. Tory Lanez is scheduled to do having the number one album coming out because, all the controversy, everyone's listening to the album to pretty much get the story. So it's like, that's where I'm at with it. No one's getting canceled. I'm still going to fuck with both of them. It is what it is until I get some more information and I could be, completely sure of what actually happened. And that's just what it is. I'm not going to go and do the work for the cops. A lot of people are trying to crack the code of what actually happened and out what happened on social media. I'll wait for somebody else to do that, or I'll wait for the cops to detail what happened. If he's ever charged, we'll see what happened if he actually shot her. But for the most part, that's it for me. I'm out on this one. I'm completely out on this one. I'm not making a call. I'm not giving a take. It is what it is. I don't know. And sometimes it's not that difficult to say you don't know and just keep it pushing without actually canceling somebody. Most times people want to have a take or make a side, and it is what it is. If you don't know, you don't know.